UFC Vegas 105. This is the weigh-in recap show, full card predictions, and the betting breakdown. I'm looking forward to talking about each of the matchups on this card and giving you guys a replacement Savage dog lock because the Davey Grant fight is off. Willie Cat did not show up to weigh-ins. Absolutely sucks. Make sure you guys smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn the post notifications on, and make sure you share the video too. And also note, I will be live for the entire card Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Don't miss the fight companion. And let's get into the first fight of the night. The ladies are going after it. We got Vanessa Demopoulos and Talita Alencar. I'm sticking with my Vanessa Demopoulos pick here. I feel like her striking should be pretty good to go, and I don't rate Alencar's wrestling all that highly. I know she's a good grappling competitor and has tricky enough jiu-jitsu, but relatively inexperienced at like a high level of MMA. Demopoulos got a lot of UFC fights, a lot of grappling competitions, and like, yeah, last fight, she took on a nasty submission artist in Jacqueline Amarim, and it was a, bad outcome. She got her glove absolutely grabbed as Amarim was able to lock up the arm. Now, she was, too focused on the glove and then kind of gave up the arm. But normally, Demopoulos has very good submission defense. She's normally, commentating for grappling matches. She's got a quality skill set in both striking and grappling, whereas I feel like Alencar is pretty one-dimensional. Mostly just grappling, has okay stand-up, but doesn't have any real promising striking potential. She's pretty subpar on the feet. A little bit of flurries, but very, very mediocre as far as striking goes. But, her jiu-jitsu's good. Got solid control on the mat, but what level is she controlling these girls at, right? And indeed, Rayani Amanda win in the UFC has not aged well. Poja Tomar ended up beating Amanda, close/controversial decision or not a good performance, and I don't rate her too highly. I feel like Demopoulos pretty good. I mean, what? 3 out of her last 5 fight W's. Last one, controversial ending, but Amarim's a good prospect with crazy reach and tricky jits. Definitely more of a physical advantage, right? Whereas Alencar, 58.5-inch reach. D-Mop got the reach advantage, which is crazy. Ducote split decision. Ducote's a pretty good kickboxer. Murata win was impressive. The Kavokevich loss is fair. Maria Oliveira is terrible, but still good win for D-Mop. Then, like, you look at it, the Luciano draw, the win against Dos Santos, then the loss to Luciano. I feel like Demopoulos outworks Talita Alencar over 3 hard rounds. Now, respect to Alencar. She kind of looks like a Brazilian Carla Esparza. She is in good shape. You can see the bicep vein popping, a little bit of top abs there. Respect to, the Brazilian doppelganger of Carla Esparza, but I don't think the new Cookie Monster is taking out Vanessa Demopoulos. D-Mop looks quality per usual. I feel like she's going to be strong. She's flexing those buys heavy. She actually looks mad shredded, man. Demopoulos is locked in for this fight. There's an intense stare down. Demopoulos striking is better. Grappling is sufficient. Gas tank is sufficient. More experienced as a pro. Vanessa Demopoulos feels like a very quality women's fight pick here, and I think she gets a unanimous decision. You got odds about even, around -110 on both sides. Maybe you can play her at slight dog money, -103, but you're not going to find that in most spots. D-Mop to win by a decision, though, I do think is a very live outcome. D-Mop on the judges' scorecards +140. I do not hate that. If you're like in need of a prop, I do have that prop in a parlay at the end for you guys. But overall, when I look at this fight here, I see it as D-Mop's higher caliber experience, pretty good striking flow, and quality jiu-jitsu that, at least in a defensive manner, should be sufficient here. Will get her the win. I'm not rating the 34-year-old prospect in Alencar, whereas, savvy vet Vanessa Demopoulos, she's gritty. She fights hard for 3 rounds. Her striking's pretty good. Her grappling's pretty good, and she should beat Talita. So we're going D-Mop W to start the night off. Next fight, new fight, Martin Buday versus Uran Satybaldiev. Ooh. So I found out about this fight during the live stream yesterday, and I'm like on the fly trying to watch some Satybaldiev. Unsure pick yesterday, but today I did my due diligence. After my stream earlier, I dug into Satybaldiev, and I have to tell you guys, Buday is going to take an L. Satybaldiev is a dog. The guy does not quit on himself. He has that dog mentality. Good forward pressure, nice boxing, kind of like that Russian style kickboxing with the lead hand out a little further. Clear speed advantage in the striking. The way Buday wins this fight is by smothering Satybaldiev against the cage and controlling him. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. Guy's got good footwork, nice hand speed, nice kicks, good grappling, good jiu-jitsu defense, but also good offensive wrestling. I think he's a lot better than Buday. And, if you just briefly glance at Satybaldiev, maybe you'll look at the bad moments from recent fights as opposed to the good, but dig a little deeper. Go watch his last 3. And you're going to see that this guy's got quality potential. His striking flow is smooth. His hand speed is quick. His technique is high. Reach advantage, speed advantage, and I think he's just better overall. Now, he's given up 40-something pounds in weight. My God, the weight difference is actually kind of crazy when you think about that. But it's not like Buday's this beastly wrestler. He doesn't really bring much of a wrestling threat. He's a striker. He likes to use his Muay Thai. Not a super powerful puncher. Really doesn't have a lot of pop. Very plodding style, kind of throwback 2000s heavyweight. Satybaldiev can beat this level, and I actually think he's legit. And after some further analysis on the dude, he's quality. You can even dig on his Instagram, training with Rivzan Kuniev and Magomed Ankalaev a year ago. So I feel like he's in a good space, man. I like Satybaldiev from Kyrgyzstan. I think he's getting his hand raised. The dude gives that Mittebek Orabai 10,000 BC vibes, just a bigger version. And at 6'4" with an 80-inch reach, some athleticism and speed, he should be able to beat an unranked guy like Buday. Either a knockout or a decision. He definitely can go 3 hard. Honestly, you can't be shocked if it's a sub. I mean, he's got a sub win against like Torrez last time, Brazilian dude. And then you look at this one, Bruno Aziz finish. And Aziz had him in some submission threats, but at the end of the day, Satybaldiev's a gamer. Runs through this Brazilian dude. Yeah, he's beaten some cans, but it's not like Buday is some monster. He's 14-2, but wins over the worst heavyweights. Josh Parisian, Jake Collier, a robbery win over Drezhki, who's horrible. And then kind of a robbery win over Arlovsky, who was way washed. And then he got killed by Shamil Gaziev. I think Uran Satybaldiev's good to go, good to win, and I think he's very live in this matchup here. We'll look at the scales. Satybaldiev, who actually fought like a month ago, looks in solid shape at 222. He's got that intense look about him. Dude looks like 10,000 BCAF. Then Buday looks ready to fucking step on a bodybuilding stage. My God, he looks like a fucking freak. Buday, the hippopotamus, you understand? There's the face-off. You can see Satybaldiev a little taller. Even though Buday weighs a lot more, like muscle for muscle, Satybaldiev is more impressive. He's got that wide back, got some good sized shoulders. I feel like he's going to handle Martin Buday. Buday doesn't have the athleticism, nor the fast twitch fibers, nor the power, nor the grappling skill. I'm telling you, the only way he wins is smothering Satybaldiev for 3 rounds against the cage. And I don't think Satybaldiev's gassing, man. I feel like this guy's ready to go hard, man. LFA light heavyweight champ. And honestly, as I pull out the Zin and bite my thumb, I think that Satybaldiev is very live. Plus 145. Opened up at minus 130. The love on Buday at minus 170. I went back and I was like, I want to just refresh on Buday. I saw him on Sunday. I did my research then, but I went back and watched again against Jake Collier. And I'm like, my God, Jake Collier is cracking him with shots on the feet, making him uncomfortable. The only reason Collier lost that fight is because he fucking shot a terrible takedown. The over, minus 115. Fuck the over. Satybaldiev money line. Underdog. Plus 145. I think Uran Satybaldiev's good to go. And my confidence is actually quite high on him now. The proper research tells all. That's why yesterday I said no official pick on it. I'm like, we're looking a little live, getting a little feel. This kid's actually good, man. If you spend some time studying him, I recommend that you do. He's got a lot of potential. High caliber striking. Really nice right hand. Power on his right hand. Big power in his right hand. And Buday gets hit with right hands. I think Satybaldiev could end up putting him to bed, but he's 222. So could he be a little too small to sleep him and he just outstrikes him for 3? Possibility. Uran Satybaldiev to win his UFC debut on day's notice. This guy's a savage. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, we have Victor Henry versus Pedro Falcão. I'm going to stick with Pedro Falcão, but I will say this. I worry about the high output attack from Victor Henry. Falcão has quite good jiu-jitsu, strong control in the grappling. He's taking this fight now with a full camp. It's not a short notice fight for him, and he looked pretty good on short notice with Victor Hugo, who's a quality prospect. I mean, quality contender, 24-4. He's pretty good. Victor Henry, long fighting career. My God, bro. His 32nd fight here. He's 37, but it's not about age. He's actually about to be 38. It's not about age, though. Victor Henry's got some speed. He's got some decent grappling in his own right, but he did get subbed up by Jourdain last time. Falcão has that legit submission threat in the matchup, and I do rate him as the better grappler. With Victor Henry, I don't know, man. I think he gets outworked in grappling positions. I think Falcão has some striking success. I feel like Falcão still has the hope of being a ranked contender, right? Because he justifies to himself. A year ago, losing to Hugo on real short notice. Bro, I went hard 3 rounds with this guy on short notice. He couldn't beat me on a full camp, right? We've seen Henry take a handful of losses. And it's like, okay, we know Henry's not towards the elite. Not saying Falcão is definitely the next top 15 guy, but I feel as though he could have a higher ceiling than a Victor Henry, enough so that I'm going to pick Falcão to win. And I do think submission threat is there, but I do favor the decision. There's Victor Henry. People tell me he's my fucking doppelganger in chat, bro. What the fuck is up? I'm going against myself, bro. It is what it is. Sorry, bro. Sorry, twin. And then you got Falcão looking like a Brazilian savage with the mustache. Look at this animal. Look at this savage animal. You understand this guy's a beast. Face off is good. Both guys in real good shape. Both guys are going to bring the thunder. And I think that between the two, I'll favor Falcao's potential over Victor Henry. At plus 173, he's a live underdog for sure. Minus 203 for Henry. I think the odds are a tad bit wide. I rate Henry at like minus 150 as more of a reasonable tag. And at open, it was minus 155. So I agree with the opening lines. Now it's gotten a tad bit wider. Laying the chalk on Henry down. Good luck if that's you. Falcão on the opposite side. He's a dog that could win. He's a dog that could win. It's a 50-50 fight. I think he's got a fair chance. I'm going to pick him. Over possibility, minus 265. Falcão by sub. He does got tricky subs. Plus 600. Henry coming off the sub loss to Charles Jourdain. He did have good moments in that fight, to be fair, though. He had good moments. Real good moments. And Charles Jourdain is okay. Charles Jourdain's a weird one, right? Charles Jourdain, it was also the bantamweight UFC debut for him, and he was cutting some extra weight and still pulled off the sub. I feel like Pedro Falcão's live for a submission. I'm going to get him by a nitty-gritty submission in a close one. I think he can find the kill and potentially tap out the OG and Victor Henry. If not, hard-fought decision. Won't blow my mind either. I say Falcão, workhorse, pulls through, gets it done with a full camp. Next fight, Loma Lookboonmee versus Istela Nunes. This should be fucking one-way traffic. I will say in round number 1, Istela Nunes shows power. She got a really good right hand. She's got good hand speed. She's powerful. She's quick. Like, there's things to like about her striking. She's got a big reach advantage, but she sucks after round 1. She dropped Horrigan in round 1. She had good moments against Sam Hughes in round 1. She is a queen of round 1. I mean, besides against Dudakova, she broke her arm, but that was just an unfortunate circumstance, or dislocated her elbow. Loma Lookboonmee should be a quality pick. Both girls got the Muay Thai base. I feel like Lookboonmee is a better kicker. Definitely Istela Nunes in the first round's a better puncher. Lookboonmee a better fighter overall. She got better grappling, definitely better cardio, definitely better defense. Istela Nunes is, I want to say, slightly defensively inept, especially as she starts to get tired, which seems to happen in round 2 because she has that real explosive style early. So it's really round 1 or bust for Istela Nunes. I don't see her beating Lookboonmee in the later stages of the fight. The real only way she wins is a first-round knockout, and my mentality is how often are we seeing that in women's MMA, especially with a girl to the level of Lookboonmee, who's what, 6-2 in the UFC versus 0-4 in the UFC? I think Loma's live for a late finish because Istela Nunes does start to fall apart come round number 2, and Lookboonmee is actually a decent grappler. So I'm going to say Loma wins. I mean, we can use MMA math just for a second. Some time back, Sam Hughes W for Lookboonmee, and then obviously loss against Sam Hughes for Nunes. It was not a robbery. I went back, rewatched. Fuck no. That fight was definitely Sam Hughes' fight. Just so you guys know, I know the commentary pushes some narratives like that. No, it was a loss. I think Lookboonmee could get a finish. Let's look at the scales. Lookboonmee representing Muay Thai. Look at this monsoon. I'm excited to have her back. She's been out for a minute. Istela Nunes just seems very nice. Istela Nunes seems like a really nice gal. There's the face-off between the two. I think Lookboonmee's too much, bro. She's got more of that Thai savagery. Estela's got so much kickboxing experience. Holy hell, her Muay Thai experience. She's a striker. She's a striker. But in MMA, she sucked, man. 6-5 as a pro, 0-4 in the UFC. To beat Loma Lookboonmee, it just seems really unlikely. Lookboonmee is a huge favorite, around minus 850, minus 1,000. Istela Nunes around plus 700. I do think this fight's live to end in the later stages. Fights ends inside of the distance, plus 195. For Lookboonmee to win by sub, which is a possibility, plus 335. Lookboonmee wins in round 3. What's that? plus 1100. Lookboonmee in round 2, plus 7. I think she's live for a second or third round finish. I see sub, but ground and pound's not crazy. Punches landing is not crazy. Could Lookboonmee outwork her to a decision? Absolutely. But later stage of this fight, I really think Lookboonmee takes over. Istela could have a good first round. So I don't know if Istela Nunes lands some big shots in round 1, maybe look at the live odds and potentially a live bet. If they, decide to make the odds a lot closer. Let's say you can get Lookboonmee like at 2-1 or something like that after she loses the first round, because Istela Nunes does not have a good 3-round tank, and Loma Lookboonmee absolutely does. So give me Loma for the W to handle business. She should run through Istela Nunes and probably finish her in the second or third round. And I'll favor the submission call, but knockouts live too. Lookboonmee's well-versed. She's a really nice kicker. Her defense is sound. Her cardio is good, and she's just better than Istela Nunes. Next fight on the card, we have Rhys McKee versus Daniel Frunza. This one gets me excited, man. I think Rhys McKee has a dog chance in this. I'm thinking the fucking dog's going to pull through, man. I think Ireland's due for a win because, my God, they got killed at PFL. The Irish dude's getting ran down as of late. I mean, there's exceptions. There's Ian Gary. There's Paul Hughes. But you know what I mean, right? Colin Loughran got the robbery win recently, but that was bullshit. I feel like Rhys McKee could outwork Frunza, win a 29-28 decision, or even get a late sub. Frunza is a machine. He comes out fast. He throws bombs. Frunza is a round 1 pressure fighter with big power. And then round 2, he can go into round, to be fair. But he also is hittable as fuck. He got dropped by Coetzee last time. He did get the finish, which is impressive, though, because Coetzee absolutely gassed and Frunza just outdogged him. Rhys McKee, it's like I'm picking him with the low-ass confidence because I feel like he's a slow twitch guy. I could see him landing uppercuts. Frunza leaves holes and openings. McKee's had moments in fights. He went 3 hard rounds with Chidi, went 3 hard rounds with Ange Lusa. I feel like Rhys McKee could find some success grappling Frunza come round 2 or 3. Like he survives that early storm. And if he does survive that early storm, there's a chance that Rhys McKee could come on strong later. I don't know, man. I'm not loving this pick by me. I won't lie to you guys. Earlier in the week, I was feeling higher on it, but I'm like, damn, Frunza going to be in his face ripping heavies. You know me, man. I try to trust the tape as much as I can, but there's another side of me that's like, was I really confident on Rhys McKee, or was I falling into the what-if trap? Let's look at the scales, all right? The pick earlier in the week was Frunza. Let's see. Rhys McKee looks decent on the scale. Frunza looks shredded up. He looks in good shape. Cocky, confident, bold, brash. I'm going to say Rhys McKee. I'm going to stick with it. I can't pick flip, guys. I'm not allowing myself. Most of the time when I pick flip, mistakes happen. And I have some confident calls locked into the card. And Rhys McKee to win a nitty-gritty close one is a real possibility because he's got a real good chin. He's got a lot of UFC experience. He's fought quality opposition. Frunza just hasn't yet. Coetzee, I guess you could say, is a decent win, but he gassed. Rhys McKee, 29-28, maybe even a split decision, maybe even controversial. Plus 125, McKee around minus 145 for the side of Frunza. Over is minus 110. Over 1.5 seems likely at minus 200. The chin, though, of McKee is going to be put to the test. Frunza throws bombs, bro. How many knockouts Frunza has and what rounds? We got fucking 8 KOs, 3 in round 1, 3 in round 2, but he does have 2 in round 3. Got these 2 sub losses, man. I know McKee is not necessarily known as a submission ace, but he's got long limbs. He's got some submission wins. McKee picks his shots pretty well. He's 0-4 in the UFC, but he's 29 now. He's fought good opposition. Is McKee about to go 0-5? I feel like he's going to get a close one. Where's the spread at? Do we got the spread available? What's the spread? Rhys McKee, spread. Chin holds up. He takes a round. Got to take a round on all 3 judges' cards, man, and some fucking bad decisions once in a while. But minus 125 possibility. I think Rhys McKee should win. Am I telling you to go out and bet him? No. I like different bets. But I think McKee by decision is live. I think McKee's live to pull through. Frunza is the wild card up-and-comer. The kid's got big power, coming off a nice, finish on Contender Series. And the hype is real, right? It's coming in. Is it real, though? It's a lot of hype. The reality is Rhys McKee eats punches pretty well. Gets hit a lot, but eats punches pretty well. Doesn't quit on himself. Fights hard in round number 3. If Frunza's explosive and comes out strong in the first, Could see the second and third Rhys McKee start to find success, win a close second round, win the third. I'm kind of seeing like Frunza round 1, McKee round 2, and a real nitty-gritty one. Maybe one judge gives it to Frunza, and then round 3 McKee, and then Rhys McKee ends up getting a split decision, something like that. So I'm thinking 29-28 McKee in a nitty-gritty back and forth fight. I think his technical kickboxing should be sufficient enough so to find at least some success as this fight slows down, right? As it settles in, as the fight settles in, as things get calmed down, right? As things start to chill, then I feel like he starts finding his success, right? If you're going ballistic to ballistic, right? Missiles to missiles, what I'm saying is if you're brawling early, yes, Frunza hits harder. Frunza's a little quicker. Frunza starts faster. But Rhys McKee, if he's smart, technical blocking, striking from the outside, patience, maybe even looking to mix in some wrestling here, I think he could pull off a win. It's not like Frunza hasn't been hit. Frunza got caught big against Coetzee. We've seen him touch before, and I think McKee can find some success. I go Rhys McKee on a close decision. Rhys McKee, competitive win. He pulls through, and the upset W is incoming for him. All right, let's get to the featured prelim of the night. We got Dione Barbosa versus Diana Belbiţă. Dione Barbosa by submission. Like, come on, man. Belbiţă is 28, so it's weird to feel like she's kind of washed. And I don't think she's necessarily washed. It's just she's never really shown substantial growth in her skill set. Diana Belbiţă is a bit of a stiff striker. I mean, she's got okay flurries. She's aggressive with her straights. She keeps her chin tucked. Grappling skills are subpar. Getting subbed by Molly McCann. I don't care, bro. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Like this loss here to Kavokevich is fine. Beating Oliveira, okay. Gloria DePaula beat her, and Gloria DePaula now is 6-7 as a pro. My God. Hannah Goldie win. Like these wins are against girls that are not even in the UFC anymore. Dione Belbiţă is not it. She's here because, you know, she was signed a while back and she had some, I remember when she had some hype at one point, but she's been in the UFC a long time and just never really gotten better. 2-5 in the UFC. She made her UFC debut against Molly McCann all the way back in 2019. And over the course of 6 years since then, recent fight was Molly McCann and she lost. 2 wins, 5 losses, wins against girls that are not in the UFC, loss against a girl who's no longer in the UFC. Kavokevich, Molly Meepo, DePaula lost. Like, this girl should get absolutely washed. Dione Barbosa, she beat Karashketa, who's a good striker. Had a finish on Contender Series. Guerrero, though, is not all that, but still finished there. Went 3 rounds with Miranda Maverick, put some respect on her name. She gave her at least somewhat of a tough fight. Barbosa's striking is pretty good for a grappler, especially. I think she got out-kickbox Belbiţă. There's Diana Belbiţă. I mean, the arm sleeve is badass as fuck, man. The style of Belbiţă is sick. Then there's Dione Barbosa, who looks pretty fucking jacked, bro. Look at the physique on Barbosa. Absolutely impressive build. Girl is shredded out. There's the intense face-off. Like, look at the difference of, like, shoulders and arms, right? Certain women just don't have that type of muscularity / explosiveness / like fast twitch muscle fibers. And Belbiţă is just not a fast twitch fighter. And Barbosa absolutely is. Dione Barbosa is going to dominate this fight. I think she could outstrike Belbiţă. Maybe she wants to show her striking and pulls off a, absolute display on the feet and puts Belbiţă out. It wouldn't shock me. But I'm going to pick win via submission as the official call. And I feel pretty good about the likelihood. Now, she's a 10-1 favorite. So minus 1,000 pretty much for Dione Barbosa. It is what it is. Let's see. Barbosa to win by a submission. Minus 130. Damn. How many KO wins she got? Does she got any KO wins? No KO wins. Just a KO loss. Who KO'd her? Oh, it was Josiane Nunes. I forgot about this fight here. Jenna Bishop's a high-level grappler. Diana Belbiţă is not beating her. Dione Barbosa by submission is very live. But her striking, I'm telling you, bro, it's coming a long way. Her striking is consistently getting better. She's showing improvements overall. She's in her prime now at 32. Belbiţă, yeah, she's younger at 28, but just, never really improved much. And I just don't rate her highly. I don't really think she's UFC level. 2-5 in the UFC, soon to be 2-6. Barbosa, confident pick. Next fight. It brings us to our main card opener. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We got Robert Valentin versus Torrez Finney. I've been picking Valentin throughout the week. He's got a crazy height advantage. He's a dangerous striker. I know his grappling Looked a little sus against Loader, but to be fair, he also had Loader's back and nearly choked him out. Ryan Loader's a good D1 wrestler, man. He's high caliber on the mat. Valentin looked like the boogeyman on The Ultimate Fighter. Valentin was the favorite going into the fight with Loader, and he had hype. Like, everybody was kind of, at least me, maybe a handful of us, I know people in chat had said it, comparing him to Yuri Prohashka. That's the energy he has. He's a dangerous striker. He's got good elbows. He's got tricky jiu-jitsu. Seems like an absolute wild man. On the opposite side, Torrez Finney is a cinder block, pressure-based fighter, strong wrestling game, strong top control, but I do say suspect cardio a bit. The Cam Rouston win by a snooze fest type decision, and then him looking gas late as Rouston found a little striking success wasn't a great look. Rouston mostly just a kickboxer from City Kickboxing. Valentin, I think, more well-versed. I could see Finney landing takedowns, but then Valentin able to retain guard and like control Finney a bit from the bottom, control posture, and survive Finney's ground and pound attack, because that's what Finney wants to do. But, you know, the Arami fight built hype for Finney, but Arami's mostly just the striker. Not proven at all. 7-1 unproven guy. I feel like Valentin is super live in this fight. He's got good elbows on the inside, and we know Finney is looking to get damn close to Valentin, being 5'8" to 6'2", but the reach of Finney is out of this fucking world. He's only at a 1.5-inch reach disadvantage. And then looking towards the side of the face-offs, oh, don't make me sad. Don't make me sad, man. Savage dog. Look at Davey. Damn. Valentin looks absolutely ripped. Like, this is not a guy coming to lose. Then there's Torrez Finney. He looks like a mutant freak, absolutely jacked. And look at the height difference. I really think Valentin is live to win. I'm seeing elbows. I'm seeing punch combinations. I'm seeing Finney TKO'd in the later stages of the fight. Maybe he gasses out. Like, what happens when Valentin defends a couple takedowns? What happens when Finney can't do anything from top position? What happens when Valentin gets back up to his feet and starts landing strikes? Finney's going to outstrike him? No. He's got to smother him and just grapple him up. I don't see Valentin getting knocked out. I think Valentin's striking is way slicker. And I feel like he's way more powerful on the feet. Like, I know you say, oh, but the powerhouse in Torrez Finney, he's powerful with ground and pound. He's powerful from top position. He's a pressure wrestler. But I question his game outside of that aspect. So to me, the pick has to be the most sensible one. The pick is going to be Big Savage, okay? I'm going underdog plus 245, Robert Valentin to win. I think Torrez Finney is being completely overrated. This is much more of a 50-50 fight. Valentin's a quality fighter. He's got 2 wins on Tough where he looked really good. Yes, the Ryan Loader fight was a rough watch. He got fucked up on the ground, but I don't think Finney is as well-versed as Loader with his wrestling, nor with his actual, like, transitional speed and top game. I really don't think Valentin is as bad of a grappler as people are starting to feel he is. He had a 6 submission on The Ultimate Fighter as well. What's the upset? Valentin by KO plus 900 range? Ooh. Valentin round number 3 plus 1800. Valentin KO round 3 plus 4,000. I think Valentin's live for a later stage KO. I can see Finney wrestling him up early. Valentin's starting to defend takedowns and then finding success with shots on the inside. He's got good elbows, sharp elbows. He's got knockout power. He does bring submission skills too. He's got quality jits. And I feel like Robert Valentin is live to beat Torrez Finney, man. So what is Torrez cooking? Can you smell it? I think blood is what we're going to smell with this one. I think Valentin's going to open Torrez Finney up with that big elbow. And I think he's finishing him. I think big upsets incoming. I feel like he's being completely fucking overlooked, man. This fight is not minus 295 to plus 230 in reality. Robert Valentin knows how to fucking fight, and I don't think he's a bum. And I feel like he could beat Torrez Finney. Don't disregard the fact that this is the most high-level fight Torrez Finney has ever had. This is the best guy he's ever fought, bar none. This is a huge step up in competition. I think Valentin can pull through. I'm going for him. Valentin W. Next fight on the card, Louis Gurule versus O'Day Osborne. I'm going to pick Louis Gurule to win a decision. I feel like he's going to be tough to deal with. I know Osborne's super long. He's a good striker from the outside, but he can't maintain range for fuck all, bro. He really can't. Gurule is a relentless pressure fighter. I see him training with Brandon Royval, and also see him training with Corey Sandhagen, both long guys who are nasty from the outside. And I think that really prepares him for an O'Day Osborne whose levels are below that. Osborne's got the 9-inch reach advantage with the 2-inch height advantage, but he struggles to keep guys off of him. I would say that his grappling skills are a little sus. He consistently gets out grappled. And the Ronaldo Rodriguez loss has aged like shit. Look at the trap of Luis Garule. Dude has monstrous traps. He was a D2 wrestler. He's coming off a win over a strong wrestler in Nick Piccinini in a fight that he took on extremely short notice. What is this guy capable of on a full camp? I think he is a potential monster, okay? At 31 years old, 10-0 as a pro, training at Factory X, this guy's good, man. And Ode Osborne is just that never been there prospect. He never lives up to it. We saw him lose to Brian Kelleher years ago. Garule's got how many wins by sub? 1? That's why I'm leaning decision. But I could see Garule landing punches in close too, mixing in some takedowns. He's a relentless pressure fighter. And I think Osborne wilts to that type of pressure. I remember years ago, Osborne getting outworked in round 3 by CJ Vergara. And look, at the level of the career Vergara had. Garule's a gritty motherfucker, and the pressure-based style is going to be a very effective one. We're going Garule for the Dubski. Okay? Garule for the dub. Let's look at the scales. Garule looks pretty good on the scale. Kind of looks like a Hispanic, like Mighty Mouse cousin or something like that with the chatted beard. I don't know. Weird comparison, but you see what I'm saying, don't you? There's Ode Osborne. Somehow his biceps look fucking huge from this angle, but he's a $125. I think it's just the angle. Then there's the face-off. Osborne is a great athlete, talented fighter, low fight IQ, subpar grappling, and I simply think that he cannot deal with the Luis Garule pressure style. So I'm going with Garule to outwork him over 3 hard rounds. He's not going to be able to deal with the pressure and pace. And minus 255, yeah, you're laying the chalk on him, but I do think Garule outworks Ode. Garule by decision, plus 185. Let's see. Osborne spread, somebody likes it. Osborne spread, minus 110. I mean, Osborne could have moments from the outside. He could land some strikes, and then Garule relentless drags him to the ground. It could be like a relatively close one, but Osborne just consistently under-delivers, man. 4-6 in the UFC, 3 losses in a row. I know the Charles Johnson win. That's aged great. Bad loss to Tyson Nam. I mean, look at his wins. Johnson, which that's mega impressive. Adeshev, not impressive. Vergara, not all that impressive. Jerome Rivera, not impressive. Rivera got released, so he's beaten 2 cans, and then he's beaten, Johnson, who's good. But, come on. That was like the perfect style matchup to another long guy like him. Garule in your face the whole time. Has some strong wrestling. Relentless pressure fighter. He's not going to be able to keep Garule out of his face. And I'm going to say Luis Garule for the dub. Stays undefeated as well. Next fight on the card, we have Gerald Meerschaert versus Brad Tavares. Now, I've been picking Brad Tavares, but a lot of people live by the, death, taxes, and GM3 by sub life philosophy. And I understand it's part of, the MMA 12 commandments, right? The submission threat of GM3 is always there. But let's keep it a buck, okay? Brad Tavares is a strong defensive wrestler / grappler. He's never been submitted as a professional. He's better at striking than GM3. He's cleaner with his stand-up. He has more power. I really think that his gas tank holds up and he outworks GM3 over 3 rounds. Now, are you going to go run out and bet everything on Brad Tavares? No. But I do feel as though GM3 is like the popular dog. But when it jumps to this type of matchup with a tactician and a well-rounded guy, I don't think that he thrives. I think ultimately he gets outworked over 3 rounds and out kickboxed. I say Tavares keeps it on the feet and finds a way to win. Let's look at the scales, though. Let's look at the scales. Brad Tavares looks shredded. Like, this isn't, oh, I'm checked out, I'm not taking this serious, Brad Tavares. This is Brad Tavares who is still absolutely dialed into this game and putting his life on the line every fucking time. GM3 shredded up. Looks quality. The mustache is badass. Respect to GM3. There's a face-off. GM3 looking tall and long. If he submits Brad Tavares, he's the first and only guy to do it. And sure, a lot of subs for GM3, but Tavares is a strong motherfucker. Hard to drag down. Yeah, he got taken down a little bit by Jung Young Park late in the fight, but to be fair, Jung Young Park, I would say, is on paper at least a better wrestler than Gerald Meerschaert. Meerschaert normally finds grappling success by you dropping him. Tavares could hurt him, but he's also not a guy that hunts for finishes. Tavares is very happy to win decisions, wins a lot of decisions, a shitload of decisions. Odds for the fight, minus 162. The lines come down. It's because everybody jumping on Meerschaert late. He's a very popular underdog to bet. But I just think that Brad Tavares wins a decision. Maybe even outworks him, lands some big shots. Could he get a TKO? I'm going Tavares. I think he outstrikes him, stops takedowns, beats him by a decision. Over 2.5, minus 170. Tavares decision, plus 105. I think Brad Tavares at minus 162, very live. Opened at minus 250. Meerschaert, line's been bet a lot. He was a plus 210 underdog at the start. I feel like Brad Tavares, unanimous decision. I like this line a lot more. If you're going to play Tavares, now is the time. If you're feeling that oomph, I know he's taking some losses. I know the record is not great, 20-10. And you look, I mean, right, what, one win, it's over Weidman. Bruno Silva knocked him out. Dricus du Plessis decision. Gregory Rodriguez knocked him out. And then Jung Young Park split decision. Like he still looked decent with Park. Not finishing fights in years. Last knockout win, 2018. So hasn't got a finish in the 2020s. And I don't think he's knocking Meerschaert out. But you look at Meerschaert's W's. Win over Shabazian, who's knocked out Tavares in epic fashion, but also dropped Meerschaert and had him hurt and was dominating the striking, but then tries to finish him on the ground and gets subbed up by GM3. Barbarena, who's a terrible grappler. I think Brad Tavares is like the perfect antithesis style to give Meerschaert trouble. But how are they both 6'1"? Because when they faced off, Meerschaert looked a good 3 inches taller. That's weird. Either way, Brad Tavares for the W is the official prediction. I think he's taking home a win. I think he's outworking Gerald Meerschaert. I think his striking, a little cleaner. Takedown defense, absolutely there. And gas tank should hold up as well. So Brad Tavares for the dub. Next fight on the card, Cortavius Romeois and Chang Ho Lee. Romeois missed weight. Oh my God, Cortavius. What are you doing to me, bro? Why are you coming in at 139.5? Do you not want to be in the UFC much longer? I'm so low on Chang Ho Lee, though. I don't really think he's all that great of a grappler. I know he's got some wrestling, but pressure-based, like clinch fighting style, likes that fucking single collar, then working shots and trying to take people down, but also gets takedown too. It's not like he doesn't give up takedowns. Cortavius Romeois is a strong grappler. Yes, in the striking department, Gaston Bolanos touched him up, but Romeois is pretty relentless with his wrestling pressure. I think he's the more athletic guy between the two, going to be a bit quicker. I feel like his striking is decent enough. I feel like Cortavius Romeois can win like a nitty-gritty one with Chang Ho Lee. Chang Ho Lee is another, road to UFC guy, and there tends to be a high number of frauds coming from the road to UFC. To put it simply, there tends to be some fucking frauds coming from road to UFC, okay? That's the reality. Whereas Cortavius comes from Contender Series, beats a tough Italian, then debut, Bolanos handles him, but he had good moments. He was able to win the grappling, but he got outstruck. Chang Ho Lee does not have striking like a Bolanos. He does have good grappling, but I would favor Romeois in the striking department. I think he's the quicker guy. I think he's probably the more powerful guy. Grappling-wise, I think it's competitive. Looking towards the scales, let's check it out. Chang Ho Lee looks shredded. Holy shit, he looks in good shape. Respect to him there. Cortavius Romeois, you can see the sunken-in cheeks and the bug eyes, man. Not a good look. Definitely can tell. Even though he missed weight, he cut some fucking weight. I don't know what the hell went wrong because he is shredded up. I mean, he looks like, a 135er, but he's at 39.5. Then he wore the jacket. Like, Romeois has the eyes of a guy that's about to get ran over by an Asian prospect. My God. Oh, Romeois, why are you being such a muppet missing weight, bro? What went wrong? I'm putting this in. Do I want to make a pick flip? I really think Chang Ho Lee is overrated, man. I don't want to pick flip. I'm not pick flipping. Not doing it. Romeois split decision to save his UFC career because if he loses, he probably is getting released, missing weight like this. If he wins, he'll keep him around. So fighting for his career, I think Romeois can beat Chang Ho Lee. Chang is just another one of these fucking road to UFC guys that I doubt. I doubt these guys so much, man. Plus 125 Romeois, minus 145 Lee. Confidence on Romeois down a bit. Could see him having moments, but Minus 180 for the over 2.5, probably. Let's see the spread. Minus 190 for the spread. Thanks. Thanks for Romeo's. Thanks. Yeah, great. 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 Romeo's by decision. Plus 300. I got a bad feeling about this one, guys. I do. I can't pick flip just based on a weight miss when he did look in decent shape, though. You got to give respect. I think his striking's quicker. Level of comp. I mean, Long Xiao's a tough customer. That wasn't really an impressive fight. Win there against a 7-0 guy. Indian Rana Singh. Rather, we know. Loss here 3 years ago. Imparado, Eric Val. That has handled a lot of journeymen. Good armbar. Is Romeo's really going to fraud check Chang Ho Lee? I'm like sitting here. Am I going to flip? Let me flip a fucking coin, huh? Whoa. No, we're sticking with it. Flipping the Zin. We're sticking with it. Understand? We have to. Nothing changes. Okay? Fuck it. No flip. Go Cortavius Romeo's underdog. I don't know if you heard that, but my dog was barking in the background as I flipped that shit. The universe is telling you a sign. Romeo's is going to win. I'm sticking with my guy. Slight dog. Give me Cortavius for a decision in a close one. 29-28. Next fight. Things get exciting here. Joanderson Brito versus Pat Sabatini. I love this fight. The pick is Joanderson Brito. He's an absolute powerhouse. Heavy-handed. Explosive. Aggressive. Fast starter. Pat Sabatini on the other side has strong grappling skills. Good submission threat, good control on the ground, but ultimate difference maker for me between these two is the fact that Joanderson Brito has legitimate knockout power. He can separate people from consciousness, okay? Pat Sabatini, he can separate you from consciousness with a submission, but Joanderson Brito's got good grappling. There's this false narrative going around that Brito can't grapple. He went to France, he had an off performance, and he got robbed against William Gomez. Let's keep it a buck. And now he's stateside at the Apex, where he absolutely thrives and shines, taking on Pat Sabatini, who's a one-dimensional, strong submission threat, but ultimately one-dimensional. Needs this fight on the ground. I think Brito can survive grappling onslaughts. I think Brito can absolutely thrive when it comes to the striking department. Brito's heavy-handed. He's got good multi-shot combinations. He's mad explosive, and it's crazy, right, how fans write him off. Right before the Gomez fight, the word on the street was, yo, Brito to the top 15. You think he can make a run back to rematch Diego Lopez? Now it's he sucks. He can't grapple. He's done for. I'm not falling into the narrative, and neither should you. Pat Sabatini, he's a one-trick pony. And we've seen him knocked out in the first round in 2 of his most recent losses. Big punches give him difficulty. And Joanderson Brito is a damn big puncher. Brito too explosive, too powerful, too precise, too dangerous. Joanderson Brito's Muay Thai is quality, and I think he's going to get a knockout over Pat Sabatini. Now, looking towards the scales, okay? We got Pat Sabatini. Shredded up Pat Sabatini. Looks in great shape. Respect. Joanderson Brito. To be honest with you, bro, if you squint, that's not even Joanderson Brito. I don't know who that is. That Joanderson fucking Patel or something? He don't look like himself anymore. The mustache needs to be thicker. I don't know what happened. Is Mustache Brito a new, unlocked mythical fighter? Or is it journeyman era? No, I think it's mythical fighter. I think that Joanderson Brito is going to win this fight. A little bit taller. Pat Sabatini's a hell of a grappler. In pure jiu-jitsu, I'll pick him. But in a fist fight, I'm going with the dude with the great white shark tattooed on his motherfucking back, bro. Joanderson Brito to find the chin and put Sabatini out, away, and early. Minus 220 for Brito. He's a big favorite, of course. Not a surprise. Sabatini, what, plus 186? Okay. Minus 135 for that over a round and a half. Interesting. I'm saying under a round and a half. Plus 105. I think Brito knocks him out in the first. Plus 125, early KO probably. Plus 190. I don't know if that's real, but if it is, it's a great line. Plus 125 is nice. Brito round 1, plus 200. Brito KO round 1, plus 350. It's up. It's up. That's big. I think Brito chins him. I'm going Brito. I'm picking KO. I'm picking early. I think Brito's going to be way too powerful. He sits on his punches nicely. He's got good multi-shot combos. He struggled with the Gomez fight because of Gomez's crazy frame, too, being a mad tall fighter at featherweight with good length. Whereas now he's taking on a guy the same height as him, actually shorter than him, but listed as the same height as him. giving up some reach. Like, I think Joannis and Brito can put Pat Sabatini away. Pat can't strike with him. Brito can survive the grappling. I think we're going to see a Joannis and Brito knockout. So that's the pick for the co-main event. And I'm excited because I want to see Brito back on track, man. Sabatini's chin also questionable. I mean, Damon Jackson, early KO, the Diego Lopez win, but then like a nice win over Almeida in between, but Almeida's not all that. And then Jonathan Pierce sub. It was a nice sub. He got his back early, tapped him out. Brito also sub Pierce. People are using that fight. Oh, well, some pressure wrestling from Pierce. Completely different styles, completely different fight, completely different day. Okay? Brito by KO. Brito by KO. Let's run it up to the main event. Josh Emmett versus Lerone Murphy. Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe. There is some love on Josh Emmett as a dog. He even told everybody, bet the house on him on media day. The pick is Lerone Murphy, nonetheless. The tactical workhorse should be able to outstrike, probably even out-grapple if we get to the nitty-gritty of grappling, and out-hustle Josh Emmett over 5 long rounds. Lerone Murphy, the chin has been cracked and we've seen him hurt, but he has shown good recovery. Lerone Murphy with strong MMA skills, right? He's a very well-versed type of fighter. Has like every area shored up. Boxing's pretty nice. Kicking skills are pretty good. Movement's really good. Takedown threat is live. Grappling skill set is solid. In very good physical condition. Proven now himself. Like, he's gone 5 rounds before. He's struggled in some fights. Has shown an ability to adapt to adversity. Josh Emmett, 40 years old. Hasn't fought since 2023. A year and 3 months ago. Badass knockout of Bryce Mitchell. Lightning quick KO. Big shot, done. Before that, it was a year and 9 months. Taporia handled business against him, showed a good chin there. Yair Rodriguez finished him 2 years ago. And then the Cater fight, I'll be honest with you, I thought that was a bad decision when I watched it live. Beat Dan Ige, that's impressive-ish. I think that Lerone Murphy, who's coming off a win over Dan Ige, is going to be able to technically outwork Emmett. He's got the range advantage. He's going to be faster. He's more in his prime for sure at 33. He's undefeated as well. I feel like it's Lerone Murphy's time. Maybe a later stage KO could be a possibility, but Murphy is like lacking highlight reels. He is a generalist and a well-versed one at that for sure, and a strong physical presence at that as well with his, generalized skill set of MMA. But overall, there is a lacking in dynamic moments, whereas like Josh Emmett, big knockout power, absolute heavy hitter. Emmett could make massive moments in the fight, but he needs big moments. And actually, I think Emmett needs a KO. You're talking 5 hard rounds. I favor Lerone Murphy's condition to outwork Josh Emmett and take a unanimous decision home. I'm going to pick Lerone Murphy unanimous decision. I wouldn't think it's crazy to call Lerone Murphy knockout in the later rounds too. Josh Emmett's been put away before. He's got big power, but the chin has been cracked and he's been put out. And Lerone Murphy is in need of this signature win. And I think we're looking at the best Lerone Murphy we've ever seen versus, is this the best Josh Emmett at 40 and taking a year and 3 months off? I don't think so. There's Lerone Murphy. Looks like fucking intense look in his eyes. Shredded up, good shape. Dialed the fuck in. Ready for 5 hard rounds. I think he's going to win this fight. There's Josh Emmett with the savage beard. Look at the shreds on Josh Emmett. Dude's been growing his beard since his last fight. Absolutely sensational beard. Salute to that, Josh Emmett. My God. Shredded to the fucking gills, though. Holy shit. Josh Emmett's back is insane. His shreds are off the fucking chain, bro. Most gym bros will dream of this physique and never get there. That right there is shredded as a motherfucker. Josh Emmett is absolutely a specimen. There's the face-off between the two. You see that slight height edge for Lerone. Lerone Murphy is the slightly more aggressive, like the less timid version of Leon Edwards, and he's a featherweight. I'm going to pick that. I'm going to go with Lerone Murphy decision. I think his time is now. Emmett's time is the past. And I think Murphy's still aspiring to reach the top. Emmett holding on to the top by a thread. Really big favorite in Lerone Murphy, minus 310. Yes, it's an ugly line. Plus 260 for Josh Emmett. Okay. Plus 260 for Josh Emmett. Okay. Over 4.5, minus 165 live. Let's see. Murphy over 3.5 takedowns. I don't know, maybe 2. Murphy decision is what? I can't even find it. Where is it? Oh, minus 110. That's shit. Murphy unanimous decision, plus 165. I do think he wins 49-46, 48-47. I could see Emmett nabbing around with the flash knockdown, Murphy recovering, then finding more success. Especially if Emmett goes for the knockout and starts to dwindle that gas tank a tad. Anything else interesting here, prop betting wise? No, I don't really like anything. Oh my God, doctor stoppage bet. Emmett via doctor stoppage at plus 10,000. No. Wow, you can pick the strike, knee, kick, elbow, doctor stoppage. Wow. I can't just pick punch though. There's no punch. Over insignificant strikes. Over 105. Damn. If it was over 83 and a half for Murphy, I'd say yes. I don't know if Emmett lands 83. I feel like he gets outworked. The Murphy spread minus 135, Emmett plus 105. Don't love it. But I'll say that Lerone Murphy wins most of the rounds, a good amount of the exchanges, but he will get caught at some point with something big. He'll survive the heavy shot. His physicality and his, honestly, physique and like fitness wise, right? Not physique, like his bodybuilding frame, but his physical fitness and his ability to recover will keep him in the fight, even if there's a real testy moment from Josh Emmett. And I think the ultimate difference maker between the two of these guys is going to be primes. This is not a prime Josh Emmett. It's a 40-year-old Josh Emmett. This is an absolutely prime Lerone Murphy who has a well-versed skill set on top of being in amazing shape and looking to thrive in the biggest fight of his life and make a run towards the top. He's 15-0-1, never lost a fight. And I think he's going to give Josh Emmett his 5th L. So I'm going with Lerone Murphy, unanimous decision. I see him taking it home. The weigh-ins affected nothing in this main event call. Those are the predictions, but we're not even close to done. So I want to talk about a new Savage Dog Lock. So my Savage Dog Lock of the week, if you guys didn't know, it was Davey Grant, and I was extremely confident in him. So confident to call him a Savage Dog Lock that Willie Cat ran away. Willie Cat didn't even step on the damn scale. My God. Pussycat. Come on, Willie Cat. Willie Cat didn't weigh in. Didn't even attempt it, right? I've seen Willie Cat's IG, and I was noticing, I'm like, man, he's looking fat. Like, he's looking fat. I guarantee you he was way off weight, and that's why they had to pull him off. He couldn't get the weight down. He looked out of shape. He took a long layoff. He was out of shape. He wasn't dialed in, and he was going to lose to Davey Grant. I was uber confident in my Davey Grant Savage Dog Lock. So then I had to search the card for a new Savage Dog Lock. And I needed to feel something special from the new Savage Dog Lock. I needed to know in my heart of hearts that if I'm picking this person as my Savage Dog Lock, they're going to absolutely fight for our plus money. Can't pick a what if factor or a maybe. I need to know that they're going to bring the thunder for all 3 rounds. And after further research, I found my Savage Dog Lock. It's Uran Satybaldiev. This dude is the one to pick as the Savage Dog Lock this week. This is the replacement Savage Dog Lock. I'm not leaving you guys hanging without a Savage Dog Lock. You know my style. I bring it. I bring the thunder. I think he outworks Buday. I think he could knock Buday out. I think he can catch with big shots, threaten with submissions, win a unanimous decision. He's the better striker. He's the better grappler. He's given up 40 pounds, but that's about as Savage Dog Lock as you can get. Dude taking the fight on 2 days' notice, Savage. Underdog that's going to fight hard for it, the LFA champ. He's a weight class up, and he's taking on a guy who I don't think's at the skill set level to give him too much problem. He's been training in the past with Kuniev, Ankalaev, good level of opposition in the training room. This guy's got talent. He's got grit for sure, relentless pressure, striking skills with grappling skills, and he's my Savage Dog Lock for this card. I'm going Uran Satybaldiev to win as an underdog, as my new Savage Dog Lock. He's plus 145. The money line's at Savage Dog Lock call. That's the play. Right down the center, Uran Satybaldiev, the replacement Savage Dog Lock. I know you guys wanted some thunder, and I had to find somebody that gave me that factor. And as I did more research on Satybaldiev today, I said, I'm confident he is going to bring it for 3 rounds. Short notice or not, I know this guy's in shape. He's training all year. He's dialed the fuck in, dreaming of this chance to be a UFC fighter. I just don't think that the chubby Martin Buday is going to be able to beat him. Satybaldiev to win. Play it down the center. You got a money line at plus 145. I'm locking that. Savage Dog Lock of the week is a Savage, because I know Uran Satybaldiev absolutely is that. Buday, too slow, lacking of any dynamic skills in any area, loses to the Savage from Kyrgyzstan. Let's go. Uran Satybaldiev. I feel great about it. The replacement Savage Dog Lock. Let me know in the comments what you think, but we're not done, because we also have to replace the parlays. What the hell? Nzechukwu out of the fight. Grant fight canceled. What the hell, man? So it killed a lot of these, right? Sure, you get the push through, but these lines then die. So I shifted everything to give some accurate updates of what lines will look like. And I also brought some potential parlays to replace what once was for a lot of you guys that are probably like, I don't want to lay the chalk on this one. This one doesn't have the thunder anymore. So instead, I'm bringing a whole new parlay section, brand new, updated, just for the weigh-in recap show. Murphy and Barbosa at minus 209 seems safe, but it's boring as fuck. Minus 209 for a parlay, this is what you want to attack, is boring. Not what I want to do. I want to go for big money. But minus 110, Murphy and Brito is better. I think they both win. Plus 114, Murphy, Brito, and Barbosa. I feel like this is a good call. I didn't even need to put a word. I just say, good call, right down the center. I do think this wins, and I think that's a good three-fighter play with high-confidence picks. You want to replace Barbosa? Maybe you think Belbiṭă is going to win. She won't. Plus 120 for the quality play with Lookboonmee instead. Now, if you want to put two confident ladies calls with Murphy and Brito, two confidence calls from the men's division, plus 146, I'm confident in that. But this is where I wanted to bring some thunder. The Savage City, Satybaldiev and Brito seems to me like the Savage parlay play. Savage City parlay, all capital letters for that one, because I'm not fucking around with that play right there. I feel good about it, man. Damn good about it. You want a prop play? Brito by KO, Barbosa by submission. Also with that prop was originally Grant to win a decision. So we would have had, the three methods of victory covered. But unfortunately, fight canceled. I still wanted to keep it there because at plus 340, there is a good chance that it comes through. Now, if you're looking for an alternate dog play, maybe you like Demop and Falcão, two underdogs are real one even money play. But then one underdog that has a good chance, slight dog Demop, plus 437. I like the chance. Now, if you're like, okay, do you see the one? I don't like this one. But I initially had Grant alongside of it in a Savage D-Gen parlay, and now without it, with just Romeois, it's plus 442, and Romeois didn't look great. I really don't like that one much, but I didn't want to remove it because I had it there earlier in the week, and I felt as though I needed to keep it up just so you guys can see it. But my genuine reaction to seeing it, the templates I'm laying out here, you don't got to play every one. The certain ones that speak to you is the ones you attack. Not all of them, but maybe. A sweep for the most confident picks. Murphy, Brito, Lookboonmee, Barbosa. See, lucky I'm dropping a 5 most confident picks most weeks, because with Nzechukwu pulling out, we would have been stuck with 3 if I didn't. And then throw in Satybaldiev. That's the good one. The sweep is the good one. The cross it off. The sweep is where it's at plus 447. I love it. Satybaldiev is going to fight hard for your money, bro. I'm telling you. He's going to win. More research told me my answer. This motherfucker's beating a slow, plodding Buday. If you're looking for the 3 prop play, Barbosa sub, Demop decision, Brito KO, plus 871. That was from Wednesday, still on the lineup, or actually Tuesday. And then a Savage play is Murphy, Brito, Demop, and Falcão. If you want to be a Savage and throw down, plus 926. I wish you nothing but great success. Now, Satybaldiev, Demop, and Falcão, some plays that I think have chances to come through at very bettable lines individually. Demop at the even tag, Falcão as a quality underdog, and Satybaldiev as a Savage dog lock. Plus 1,113. I'm calling it the Animal Savage. Now, for Dog Savage, you got Murphy, Brito, Lookboonmee, Barbosa, Demop, and Falcão at plus 1,223. Quality little Dog Savage play. Now, if you want to take it to, another level, we can absolutely take it to another level. And I planned on doing another level live with you guys here. So I want to add in the plays that were left off of the Dog Savage, because I need Satybaldiev in, okay? But maybe some of you like, yo, I don't want to throw down a guy who's just hopping in. I don't know. If you're feeling worried, listen. Sit on the sideline if you're feeling worried, and don't worry about it. I ain't judging you. I ain't hating you. All right? Lookboonmee, Barbosa, Murphy, Brito. I got to add, where's my girl Barbosa? There we go. Lookboonmee at the top. I'm going to tell you what the line is in just a second. As soon as I know, you'll know. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, plus 2,890 if you want to take that Dog Savage play to the next level. Plus 2,890. Write it down. That same Dog Savage play, but the real Savage dog play now, because you're throwing in the Savage dog lock of Satybaldiev. I like the chances of that badass play to come through. Now, if you're looking for the wild man dog play, Demopoulos, Falcão, McKee, and Valentin, this leaves off my Satybaldiev call, because I know a handful of you are like, short notice, that worries me, man. And I get it. But the one below it has him inside of it. And I think that the guy's going to win. Plus 9,668. Demopoulos, Falcão, McKee, Valentin, Satybaldiev, absolute ballistic savage attack. That's a lottery ticket and a half. Now, a little extra stuff that I want to drop on the side here. If you're like, yo, I like Brito, Demop, and Falco, put those three together for plus 676. Little alternate plays for you guys that look, good on the scale and ready to go. Demop and Falco, dog play. Actually, it's already on the screen there. I meant to delete that, but leave it in there. Double reiteration if that's what you want. I'm feeling good about everything. Obviously, Satybaldiev and Brito, Savage City is really calling my name. Of course, I think that, Murphy, Brito, Barbosa, and Lookboonmee is a good confident play. I think that there's a good chance that the prop parlays do come through as well. And Satybaldiev in the sweep with the confident picks at nearly 5-1 money is also a beautiful play too. But shit, that Satybaldiev money line is fabulous. New Savage dog lock. Making magic happen on the fly, okay? W in the comments if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you smash the like button too, and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Daily content, keep it locked in. Turn the post notifications on. You don't want to miss a thing. Videos and live streams every damn day. Live pretty much every day. Definitely a video every day, okay? So keep it locked and loaded with me, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I want to hear your thoughts on the new Savage dog lock. Are you riding with me? Are we going to war together? Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Satybaldiev is that guy? Or are you like, I don't know. Did you pick somebody else? I want to hear the Savage dog lock from my people. Definitely let me know what you're doing, too, with some of your parlays now that Nzechukwu's gone, because I know a lot of you guys had Nzechukwu and Grant as fucking staples, as did I, and now everything's gone to shit with that. There's, no magic happening because both of those fights not happening. But hey, Satybaldiev will bring us great success. I can feel it. It feels like a universal sign. Nzechukwu, one of my most confident picks on the card. Davey Grant fight pulled out. The Savage dog lock comes out of nowhere on 2 days' notice, like a Savage to step in. Seems like something written in a damn storybook, man. Like a real-life Rocky movie. So feeling good about it. Excited for the card overall. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll be live for the whole thing. So come hang out on fight day. I'm damn excited for the Savage dog lock. I'm like salivating at the bit for it to happen now. Big W to the chat. Big W to everybody watching. I love you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's weigh-in recap show. Keep it locked in. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Much love. Peace.